No coronaviruses in the Football Manager world, the transfer embargo ended, so I bought me some players. Hey guys, my name is Jochen and welcome to part 4 of the Monday Blues. Since you were last with me, which was at the end of November, we did pretty well in the league. We're still in the Champions League. We drew to Copenhagen at home, which of course is an awful result, but it managed to push us on to the next round, which will be against Valencia. In the league, as I mentioned, we did very well. We drew some games, but we haven't lost since I don't even know when. We even beat Man United at Old Trafford. And today we're going to see the FA Cup, which we're also still in, the FA Cup game against Charlton, and the Premier League game against Liverpool, who are top of the league. As you can see right here, we are in second place. Liverpool also have a game in hand on us. So we're looking at probably a 10-point deficit on them. Man United and Man City still in pretty close pursuit of us. And then West Ham, I don't know what they're doing there, to be honest, but hey. Wolves in 6th place, and you can see the likes of, for example, Arsenal, Leicester, Tottenham in 11th place. I think we're doing pretty okay, and we're doing better than what I and the board had predicted at the start of the season. Of course, we did some transfers since it's already the 25th of January. Our transfer embargo got lifted on the 1st of January. Let's see what I did. Now, a little disclaimer before I start. My intention for this transfer window was not per se to buy big names and to just simply overrule some existing players that we have. My goal was to give our squad a little breathing room, and for certain positions just simply get more guys who can play in that position within my tactical team. This guy, Darami from Copenhagen, he is a striker. I'm still working on that. He has a contract proposal at this moment. It was only 7.5 million euros, as you can see, and he is if I look at the scout report, a 2-star current ability and a potential 5-star potential ability. So that doesn't seem like that bad of a deal, if you ask me. Aside from him, I did sign some players, most of which are all young guys with a lot of potential. And you might ask, why do you do that? Because at Chelsea you already have, at pretty much every position, have a potential wonder kid waiting in the dev center in the youth squads. True, but you can never have enough, and if you don't use them eventually, you can sell them for big cash. That's pretty much what I always try to do, especially when I manage a big club like Chelsea. That being said, let's have a look at the guys who I brought in. Starting with Ryan Aït-Nouri from Angers, I think you pronounce this since it's in France. He came in for 20 million. He is a 2-star current ability left back and a 4.5-star potential ability. Now, I know I already have Emerson and Marcus Alonso on my left back, so my goal is to pretty much loan him out, especially for this season and maybe even next season, so he can come in after a few years as a potential first team player. Next on the list, similar story, Thomas Tavares. He came in for 5 million from Benfica. He was on loan at Tondela, but he was a player of Benfica. He's a 2-star current ability, a 4-star potential ability, and like I said, it's exactly the same story as Aït-Nouri, only on the other side of the wingback position. Then we have Benoit Badiashile. I'll figure that out. He came in for 6 million from Monaco, 1.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. Also, same story. I'm gonna loan him out. He is in my under 23s squad at this point. Then one of my absolute favorites in the whole Football Manager game, I think starting last year, he was also one of my favorites. Sandro Tonali comes in from Brescia for, I mean, this is probably the bargain of the whole save. Save 17.5 million euros. Deep line playmaker, so he plays where Jorginho is right now. But because Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic can be switched around in the whole midfield trio thing that we have, Tonali is a perfect addition to that. And within a couple of years, mark my words, this is one to look out for. I played a Man United save on FM20, and he basically became my captain and best player after 2 or 3 years, I think. So 17.5 million for this guy. Yes, please. Next up, we have Thilo Kehrer. He is a German international, which I didn't even know. I just see it right now. He is a ball-playing defender. He's a center back. He comes in for 5.25 million euros from Paris Saint-Germain, which is just insane. I mean, he's not the best, but he is exactly what I was looking for in this transfer window. Just to have a couple of guys who can fill in some injury spots or suspended players in our squad. Then the only big signing, even though it's only 30 million, which isn't a lot in Football Manager 20, let's be honest. But the only big signing, because look at the state of this. 4.5-star current ability. He is at his potential ability at this moment. He is going to be our starting left winger, our inside forward. And I mean, look at the stats. I have much to add. I mean, determination 16, technique 16, acceleration and pace 16, agility. He's basically like a snake on the left side of the pitch. Dribbling 17, which is pretty high within the whole game of Football Manager. And I mean, for 30 million euros, he comes from the Brazilian Grêmio side. I didn't have any problems with the work permit since he already is capped and played recently for Brazil. That was an extra bonus. He is going to be our new left winger with Hudson-Odoi as a backup. And of course, after a couple of years, when Hudson-Odoi gets really good, because he will get really good, we'll just see how we manage this situation. Then, Dabo, he comes in from Nantes. I actually met him in FIFA 19, I think, where he had a ridiculously high potential rating. So I thought I'd check him out. I had him scouted. And it's maybe a little less than it was last year, but it's still a 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. He will probably be the same story as the 2 wingbacks that I bought. Especially for the first couple of years, I will put him on loan. He is a perfect natural Mazala, which is always good. And he is just a guy, I can't promise you now that he will be in the first team in a couple of years, but for 20 million, I will always sell him for more than 20 million should I end up selling him. The last one, and this is quite a different story, since I am not a fan of Batshuayi, although he is a fellow Belgian of mine, but I don't see it. I wanted to sell him just to bring in some more cash. I did. Surprisingly, Man City was interested, Liverpool was interested, and Man United was interested, and they end up buying him for 35 million. I think I could have gotten a little more, but to be honest, I really wanted to get rid of him because he had quite a high wage also. That brought in some extra cash. But the thing was, I think the day after I sold Batshuayi, Abraham got injured. And I literally didn't have a striker except from our old friend Olivier Giroud, who scored in his first game. Let me mention that. But that is a little bit of the reason why I went into search for players who were transfer listed, just because I had to have a striker and I had to have it fast. That brought me to Mariano, who came from Real Madrid. He was worth, I think, 25 million, probably still now. And they transfer listed him for 14 million. So, I mean, this is an opportunity I couldn't resist. So I signed that guy, and then, like I told you, Daramy is going to be our third striker at the club once he signs. That being said, now you're all up to speed with my transfer activities. Let's get into the first game. Our first game of today is at home against Charlton in the FA Cup. Charlton is a mid-table championship team at this moment, so I'm expecting to beat them pretty easily. As you can see, there are no new signings in the squad yet because Tonali, he'll come in as a sub, but of course at this moment he can't compete with the likes of Jorginho, Kovacic or Kanté. So that midfield trio stays as it is for now. Our new left winger is pretty low on fitness, so I'm just gonna give him a few matches with the under 23 squad just to get his match fitness up, and believe me, then he will be in the squad. Basically the same story for Mariano, who's also low on fitness. I am taking him with me on the bench, so he will probably come in as a substitute for the old geezer of the squad, Olivier Giroud, who is at this point our main striker. If we have a look at our dressing room, tell the team to do this for their fans. I'm gonna expect nothing less but a win. Let's go. First highlight of the game, corner with Kovacic behind the ball, gets headed away, Rudiger falls to Kanté, and the keeper of Charlton saves it. 5 minutes into the game, free kick with Kovacic and a beautiful header, I think it was Giroud, just over the bar, so no luck yet. Now Hudson-Odoi passes it to Kanté, puts it wide to Kovacic, who has a little space to get into the box, but basically passes it to the keeper. So nothing spectacular yet. Emerson with throw-in to Jorginho. Back to Emerson. Hudson-Odoi now with a little room. Passes it to Kanté, and whoa! Kovacic with the screamer. Assist by Kanté, although I think Kanté also basically shot at the goal, but it seems to be counting as an assist, so good for him. Let's have another look, and as you can see, he tries a shot, it gets blocked, and Kovacic in the rebound. Chelsea 1, Charlton 0 after less than 10 minutes of play. This seems to be going according to plan so far. Now Kovacic again with the free kick. Swings it in, and Giroud, I told you, third goal of the season. But I'm not sure what all that battering about was that happened. Basically the two players who touched the ball before Giroud are Charlton players, so double assist for them. Now Christensen with the ball in the backfield to Emerson, loses the ball, and I think we should be a little more pressing. Okay, Caesar with the interception to Pulisic, who is on the sideline, but he manages to get in across, I think, to Hudson-Odoi with a little space, which is back to Jorginho, back to Emerson, and Emerson with a screamer in the top corner. Beautiful goal. Second goal of the season by Emerson, assist by Jorginho, and Jorginho is having, I think I mentioned it in the previous episode, but he's having one hell of a season. As our deep-lying playmaker, he has a lot of assists, a lot of man of the match awards, but this is just a beautiful finish from Emerson. Good job, guys. Let me throw a little praise at you. Everyone's fired up. Chelsea 3, Charlton 0. 35 minutes into the game. Caesar with the throw-in to Giroud, who heads it back to Caesar. Jorginho now with a Charlton guy breathing down his neck. The cross gets nowhere. Emerson heads it away, basically passes it to himself. With a little space, Jorginho back to Kanté. Jorginho maybe with the long range. Ooh, I think the keeper Think the keeper should have had that. But hey, we're not complaining. As you can see, 8th goal of the season already. Mind you, there are some penalties because he is our penalty taker. He already missed 4 penalties, but no, the keeper should have had this. Although it was a whipped ball, or how should I say it? I don't think the keeper really did a good job there. Hudson-Odoi now with the free kick. And Christensen, I think, heads it over the goal. What I was saying, Jorginho has already missed 4 penalties. Mason Mount is our second best penalty taker. And he already misses, I think he missed 2. So, that still is a little issue. And although they have good penalty taking stats, so I'm not sure why they are missing that much. Maybe it's coincidence. Who knows? Let me drop a little more praise. We are at the 60th minute and we'll be doing our first substitution soon. Falls to Kante and he kicks it wide of the goal. Let's do a substitution. Maybe let's give our good friend Sandro Tonali some playing time. Let me just see if those... Can he also play Mansala? I'm gonna do it like that. So 65 minutes into the game, Chelsea 4, Charlton 0, which is a bit like I expected, but still, we still have to score 4 goals. Tonali with the free kick, and I think we won a penalty. Yep, it's a penalty. Jorginho again. Like I said, he already missed 4, so don't be surprised. There he goes. 9th goal of the season, I'm guessing. Yep. Which is a lot for a defensive midfielder. But, like I said, he is our penalty taker, so... And we get a lot of penalties. Something that struck me in all the games I played off camera. We are really getting a lot of penalties. Not sure why. Let me see. Kante is coming off for Mount. And of course, the grand entrance of our new striker, Mariano, who has like 10 minutes left to show me what he's worth. So far, nothing. But hey, we won 5-0. If you look at the match stats, don't think we can argue about that. Did well. Yep. And there we go. So for the Liverpool game, I think it's pretty much the same team as the last game. Only this time Mariano's going to start as our striker and not Giroud, because he is still not really super fit, but he's fit enough. Our new winger Everton is not fit enough to play a full game, as my assistant tells me here. So he'll probably come in late in the second half, play maybe half an hour at max. I think the rest is pretty much self-fulfilling. Kepa in goal, Emerson, Christensen, Rudiger and Caesar at the back. Our midfield trio of Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic, Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic on the wing. And like I said, Mariano as our deep striker. Now we are playing Liverpool, but we are playing at home, so I am going to maybe take a risk and keep my positive tiki-taka system as the system we are going to use. So only time will tell if I regret this. So if we have a quick look at the Liverpool squad, I'm just missing Alexander-Arnold, so he's probably injured. But I think apart from him, I see Mane, I see Salah, I see Firmino, and I don't like to see them up close. So they're expected to prove a point today. Well, let's challenge him with that. Let's head into the game. Let's grab our league table here. As you can see, there are already 7 points before us, and possible if we lose this game, they're pretty much champions already. It's almost like in real life, no? But Emerson with the ball now, who has little room to drive up the field to Kante, to Kovacic. Beautiful ball to Pulisic out wide. Can he get a cross in? He plays it back to Caesar. Oh yes, Mariano with the first goal of the season. Basically the first ball he touches. So, good transfer? I would say yes, it is. Pulisic with the good ball back to Caesar, crosses it, and Mariano towers above. Who is that? Is that Van Dijk? I sure. Okay. Matip still towers above Matip and puts us 1-0 up. And this is pretty much an unexpected scenario. Maybe I should praise them immediately because it's not. Let's not take it for granted that we are ahead against Liverpool. Possibly it won't last long, but hey. Salah with the corner, headed away by Pulisic, who plays it deep, but maybe a little bit too deep. Alex Telles with the ball back to Alisson. And Liverpool can start from the back. And I think they already, they had a lot of space on that wing, which is Joe Gomez. Back to Salah, back to Fabinho. Alex Telles with the ball. And that's a good intervention, but yeah, Pulisic can handle it, and now he has a lot of room. Maybe should have waited a little longer for support, but I'm not complaining. Since we are 1-0 up, praise the Lord. And we're almost at halftime. And I'm not oh, there is another highlight. So Liverpool with the throw in to Alex Telles. To Matip, good ball to Firmino, which I'm glad he's not in front of goal, but oh, that's a good save by Kepa. My lord. Oh. Always a good thing to have a good keeper, of course. And once again, I think he saved it and like ticked it against the crossbar. Whew. Okay, good thing for halftime because things were getting a little heated in front of our goal. Let's maybe try and passionate team talk. Yeah, I'm gonna do. They all look delighted, extremely delighted. Best team talk ever. Let's get into the second half. And as you can see, as things are right now, we're 4 points behind Liverpool. Should they win their game in hand, we're 7 points behind them, but that's still, I mean, that's still manageable. If once they're 10 points or more ahead of us, it's game over for the title. Now we can start from the back. Hudson-Odoi with the ball. Should have passed it across the wing, but whoa. Good ball to Emerson. Can he get a cross in? No. Back to Hudson-Odoi with a chance. Oh, against the post. Ooh. Let me praise him real quick. It's a pretty even game. I really didn't expect this. Really didn't expect this. Oh, what is Alisson doing? Oh, that would have been awesome. Caesar heads it away, but into the feet of Mane, who has a lot of room now for Alex Telles. And Kepa again with the intervention. Maybe it is time to introduce the world to our new left winger. Let me just finish this highlight. Please don't do anything stupid at the back, guys. Okay. Nice football. Emerson with a lot of room to drive upfield. And is he going to get us a penalty? No, he's going to cross it now, maybe. Back to Kante with a little room. I go against the post again. Whew. That's a bad intervention by Caesar. I hope that doesn't. Okay. Clean over the bar. Me like. Let's put on our super transfer signing. Everton. I'm excited. And I hope that he repays my trust. But now Liverpool with the throw-in. To Salah, I mean, just kick him or do something. Don't let him... Okay, what was that? A corner? Oh, that was actually a shot. Okay, no biggie. Alisson with the goal kick. Balls to Matip. Alex Telles. We could switch now to the counter-attack system, of course, or even to the Catenaccio system, but Oh, not between four guys. Come on. Milik, is that the Napoli guy? That was just poor defending, really. Look at this. Alisson actually has an assist. Look, he's in between four guys even, and then that's a good strike though, but shouldn't have happened, boys. But a draw against Liverpool. You won't hear me complaining. But I have a feeling there. Oh, Salah. Oh, come on, Pulisic. Salah basically gave you an assist. Kovacic with the corner now. Mariano can't quite get there. Jorginho to Everton. Here he is. Jorginho again plays it wide to Rudiger with a lot of space, and that's the highlight. Very good tackle by Kante. Ball falls to Everton. Back to Kante. Kovacic. We're getting a lot of room in the midfield now, since Liverpool is probably looking for the go ahead. Oh. We have one more substitution to make. We actually have two more to make. Good job, Jochen. Let's put our experienced right winger on, and let's have some Kovacic is the Mazala. I'm gonna go for Mount. 10 minutes left, plus probably some extra time, and we should be marking Milik a lot closer. I mean, or do we want to lose? And I think, Salah with the free kick now. That's always a danger with the likes of Van Dijk and whoever else giants they have in the back. But to Mariano, has a little room, plays it back to Emerson, who can drive upfield and hopefully get a cross in. I'm not sure what that was, but the ball falls to Rudiger, to Caesar. Here is our fresh Mason Mount to Willian. Has a lot of... Plays it to Mariano. Oh. 4 minutes left. Probably the last highlight of the game. Gomez with the ball from the right. Please attack him, someone. Alex Telles to Matip. Headed away. I'm not liking this highlight. Oh, sweet lord. Oh, Kepa saves us. So this is surely the last highlight of the game. Alisson with the goal kick falls to Mariano. Back to Willian. Come on, guys. One last attack. Attack, I said. Rudiger basically kicks it away. And there you go, of course. Salah with the ball. And Christensen, does he get... Oh no, I thought he got himself sent off. Come on, ref. Time's up. Kepa, just take your time, boy. Let's settle for the 1-1. No biggie. I am happy. There we go. If you look at the match stats, it's a pretty just result, I would say. Best performers once again. Jorginho, is it? I have to know. Is he the Napoli guy? Yes, he is, for 52 million. Okay. Tell the boys I did well. I am going to tell them that, because I mean, this Liverpool squad is just insanely good. So any point we get playing them, I'm an happy manager. If we have a look at our schedule, we will be back in March to play the second leg of the Champions League knockout round at Valencia, and then we will go to Tottenham also for an away game in the Premier League. I'm not gonna do, I was downing it, but I'm not gonna do the Liverpool game in the FA Cup the next round, because we just played Liverpool. So Valencia and Tottenham for the next episode. So guys, that was it for this episode. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. If you have any remarks or whatever on my whole transfer window thing, please let me know down in the comments. Use the social media links in the description, and I will see you very soon.